Hey, I'm Stephen Ewashkiw from Adventure Yoga. Thank you so much for choosing this class, Resist to Twist. This is about a 50-minute practice. This is definitely not for brand new or beginner students. This is a level 1 plus practice. It's a slow flow. We flow a little faster than that at the beginning, then we slow it down a little bit. It's still a flow, but we are going to work on getting into some more complicated twists. So we gotta take a little bit of time getting there. And I needed a little bit of time today because I was having trouble with my lefts and my rights, as you'll see, so apologies for that. I think I know left from right now, but I obviously didn't very much at the beginning of class. Anyway, it's real life, right? Unwind your mat. Let's do some yoga. Please come into child's pose. Balasana. Take your knees as wide as your mat. Slide your feet together so that your big toes touch. Sit back on your heels and fold forward. Stretch your arms out in front of you. If sitting on your heels isn't comfortable or possible, you can sit upright on a prop. You can sit in all fours here, or you can find a way that's comfortable for you. We'll just be here for a few breaths to settle ourselves, to really come to your mat, as we say. Spread your toes and push down through your toes, and feel that bit of resistance that you get when you push down, as the earth pushes back, or your mat, or floor more specifically. And do the same thing with all of your fingertips. Push down into your mat, and feel that slight resistance that you get, or that really steady resistance, right? You can't push your hands through the floor. And the more you push a little harder, and see how all of a sudden things start to move up your arms and activate as you, just by pushing down, you get that reaction. All right, relax. And breathe. Breathe through your nose. Start to tune into your breath. Notice it. Start to become in control of your breath. Create a little bit of resistance in your breath to help keep it steady. Resist in your throat, create a little bit of toning there so that you can control your breath. Keep your inhale steady throughout your whole inhale. And create your exhale steady and consistent through your exhale. If you create a little bit of a connection, a little bit of an engagement at the back of your throat, like you would do if you're trying to breathe and fog onto a mirror, fog up a mirror. So we think about that action. It creates a little bit of engagement, a little bit of a restriction or resistance in your throat. And that helps engage other parts of your system and helps you regulate your breath. Helps you get a little bit more out of your breath. With your next inhale, come up to your hands and knees, please. Crack your knee a little if you need to. Bring your knees about hip distance apart. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, shoulders over your wrists, knees roughly under your hips. Stretch your right arm out in front of you. Turn your right palm in and stretch your left leg back. Have your left knee facing the ground. All right, so we're getting into it. Yep, that's right. We're skipping cat-cow and we're going right into tiger. Cat to tiger. Lift up through your right thumb, lift up through your left heel. Vinyasa. Look forward, lift your chest, and then bring your left elbow, right knee to touch underneath you, round your back. See, it's like cat pose, but it's tiger. It's a little more fearsome. Draw your belly up towards your spine. Draw your elbow and knee in towards each other, and then stretch it out. Reach your right arm forward, left leg back. Have your left knee turning down towards the ground. Lift up through your right thumb. Lift your gaze up a little. Lengthen through your neck. And elbow to knee. Round your back. Stretch it out. Reach up, look forward. Inhale here. So wherever you are in your breath, pause and inhale. Exhale, round it in. Elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch it out. Lift through your left heel. Exhale, draw it in. Twist across your body. Inhale, stretch out. Open up your body. And exhale, draw in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw in. Hand and knee down. Back to all fours. Cool, yeah. Gives you a little indication where we're going, right? Stretch your left arm out. Stretch your right leg back. Turn your right knee down. Left thumb up. Reach up. Look forward. And get your tiger ready. Draw your left elbow, right knee to touch, round your back. Draw it in, elbow to knee. Push your belly up towards your spine. Push down to your right hand, left knee. And then stretch out. Reach your left arm forward and up. Reach your right heel up. Look forward. Lengthen through your neck. And then draw it in. Round your back. Bring your elbow and your knee in to touch. Lift through your belly. And stretch it out again. Draw it in. Do that little twist here. Elbow to knee. And stretch it out. Inhale here. Exhale, draw in. Elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch out. Lift your right heel. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, draw in. Hand and knee down. Back to all fours. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes. Lift your heels up and back. Push through your hands. Lift up through your heels. And now your breath probably got away from you a little bit with all that instantaneous movement. Where did that come from? So steady your breath a little here. It's not just a little, steady your breath here. Take one step forward, a short step forward. So a slightly shorter down dog. Take your right hand and reach for the outside of your left leg. If you can hold your left ankle, do. It just gives you a nice grounding spot to hold on to. But you have to do this with straight legs. So if you need to hold your calf or your thigh, do that. Twist to the left. Shift your hips to the right as you twist to the left. Push through your left hand. Shift your hips to the right. Twist to the left. And now I said it like 3 different ways. Same thing. Come back to center. So back to this short down dog. And take your left hand. Reach for the outside of your right leg. Keep your legs straight. If you can hold your right ankle with legs straight, do. But if not, hold on your calf or hold on your right thigh. Don't pull on your knee. Probably not the safest idea. And then twist to the right. Shift your hips over to the left. Twist to the right. Push down through your right hand. Shift your hips over to the left. Create a little resistance. Twist to the right. Come back to center. Walk your hands back to your feet. Forward fold, the back of your mat. Touch the ground. So if you need to bend your knees so that you can touch the ground without your back overly rounding, bend your knees. Stretch your head down towards your feet. Make that active. Steady your breath. Take a seat. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Relax your eyes. Look down past the tip of your nose towards the ground. Breathe through your nose. Bring that little bit of resistance into your throat so that you can control your breath. Practice that fogging up the throat, fogging up the mirror sensation at the back of your throat. We use resistance in yoga a lot. We use resistance to help us take our practice further, take our life further. We use resistance to help us grow. This class is called Resist to Twist. We've already been doing some twisting just in our warm-up. We've already been learning how resisting helps us find more space, find more stability, find new opportunities for growth. If it's relaxing to close your eyes, close your eyes. Think about this relatively simple act of bringing a little bit of control to your breath. How creating that little bit of resistance in your throat helps you draw in more breath more consistently, expel that breath more consistently. You're actually getting more breath this way, more steady intake of oxygen to help fuel you, more fuel for your practice, for your life, than if you do quick, short breaths. So this resistance is giving us more food, more fuel, more life. And we'll see how that works in our practice today. Please bring your hands in front of your heart. Welcome yourself. Welcome. Please stand up. Tadasana. Please stand at the top of your mat. If you practice feet together, practice feet together. If you practice feet hip distance apart, practice feet hip distance apart. You don't know? You can start feet hip distance apart with me. Stretch your arms out your sides and see how that feels. Tadasana. Stretch your arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach up, push down through your feet. And fold forward, exhale. Lift your chest halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. And step back to plank pose, Palakasana, exhale. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, inhale. And then lower all the way down to your belly, exhale. Untuck your toes, place your feet flat, inhale. Bring your hands and shoulders off the ground, exhale. Keep your head and chin down, inhale. Push down through your toes, push down through your waist, exhale. Stretch your elbows back, lift your head and chest, inhale. Lift your chest forward, lift your back up, come down, exhale. Inhale, cobra, lift your shoulders, lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, tuck your toes, push it up and back. Step your left leg forward, crescent lunge. So come into a lunge, look forward, push down through your feet, lift your torso, stretch your arms up. Stretch your left knee forward, stretch up through your fingers, inhale. And exhale, bring your hands down. Step back to plank pose and lower. Chaturanga Dandasana, lower partway, knees up or down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg forward, inhale. Lift your torso, stretch your arms up, exhale. Crescent lunge. Push through your left toes, stretch your right knee forward, inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, step back and lower. Exhale. Cobra, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Step your left leg forward, inhale. Look forward, lunge, exhale. Lift your torso, bring your hands in front of your heart, inhale. And exhale, twist, touch your right arm onto your left leg. You can always bring your right knee to the ground here if right leg straight is throwing you off balance. Look down at your right arm, pushing into your left leg. And pull your right arm over to the right, but resist with your left knee. Push your left leg into your right elbow, pull back with your right elbow, and twist more to the left. Use that resistance to deepen your twist. Shift your hips to the right a little, twist even a little more, and come back to center, touch the ground. Step your right leg forward, left leg back, change sides. Lift your torso, bring your hands in front of your heart. Stretch your right knee forward. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, twist to the right. Touch your left arm onto your right leg. Look at your right arm, left arm touching your right leg. Push down. Pull your left arm over to the left and resist with your right leg. Use that, twist to the right more. Use the resistance of left arm pushing into your right leg resisting that push to twist more. And shift your hips to the left a little to open it up even more. Come back to center, bring your hands to your waist. Did I get you in time? Bring your hands to your waist, lift your torso. Step forward. Tadasana. I know, it's just tendencies to bring your hands to the ground there, right? I was trying to get you into that higher lunge before that, but we can always meet in Tadasana. Stretch your arms up. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, and step back to plank pose, Palakasana. Inhale. Lower all the way down, exhale. Place your feet flat, interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale. Push your toes down, lift your shoulders. Exhale. Come up. Inhale, lift your head and chest, lift your legs. Exhale. Inhale here, lift your chest forward and up. And exhale, come down. Cobra, Bhujangasana. Inhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Exhale, crescent lunge again. Left leg forward. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. And keep going. Exhale, step it back and lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Cobra, inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg forward, crescent lunge, reach up, inhale. Keep going, exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Step your left leg forward, inhale. Bring your right knee down to the ground, exhale. Place your right hand on the ground, inhale. Stretch your left arm up, twist to the right, the left, exhale. Push through your right hand, twist to the left, inhale. Shift your hips over to the right, and see how you twist to the right, to the left with that more. Sorry, got my left and right confused. Ooh, spine twist, nice. Inhale, come back to center. Lift your right knee, exhale, step forward. Inhale, step your left leg back. And exhale, bring your left knee down. Place your left hand on the ground. Inhale, and exhale, stretch your right arm up. Twist, inhale, and twist more. Shift your hips to the left. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. High lunge, straighten your left leg, lift your torso, bring your hands onto your waist. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Stay here. Inhale. Fold deeply. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Ardha Uttanasana. Something different. Exhale, step your left leg back. Trikonasana. Turn your left heel in and down. Set up for triangle. Trikonasana. Have your right heel line up with the middle of your left arch. This inside arch. Lift your torso. Straighten your legs. Stretch your arms out to your sides. It's like, am I being specific enough? Which arch? Turn your palms to face out to the left. Straighten both legs. Setting up for Trikonasana. Triangle. Shift forward. And side bend. Now, you might not really think of triangle as a twist because there's so much standing pose work going on. Hold outside your right leg. If you can comfortably touch the ground here outside your right leg, you may. By comfortably, I mean that doesn't make you stick your butt out to the right. It doesn't make you drop your shoulder down to the left. Instead, you can keep your body nice and straight, hips stacked approximately, shoulders stacked, touching the ground. That's comfortable. But if it's making you do a little hip bump, shoulder drop, hold your right leg. Bring your hand off the ground and hold your leg. And those of you who are touching the ground, you've been in triangle a long time already. I know. Roll your right shoulder back. Straighten your legs, look up over your left shoulder. Bend into your right knee, lift your torso, bring your right forearm onto your thigh. Yeah, it's not warrior two, it's side angle. Look over your left shoulder, turn your left palm up, and stretch your left arm towards the top of your mat, past the top of your mat, Parsva Konasana, side angle. Push with your right arm, use that, resist with your left leg, no, it's your right leg, and twist. Get my sides confused today, that's okay. It's just human, right? Push your right arm into your right leg into your right arm, and then use that. Twist your torso more. Untwist. Come to a lunge. Lift your left heel. Lift your torso. Stretch your arms up. Crescent lunge. All right, now this is going to be a big leap of faith. We're going to step our left leg forward and lift your knee up. Then we're going to straighten that leg. All right, it's going to be great. It's Utthita Ekkapadasana. Trust me, it'll be fun. Bend your left knee. Think about stepping it forward, and then step forward. Lift your left knee up. Bring your hands to your waist. Straighten your left leg. Utthita Ekkapadasana. Bend your left knee. Stretch your left arm back. And hold the outside of your left foot with your right hand. What? I know. Push your left leg into your right arm and resist with your right arm. So that'll help create stability. And then lift your left heel until it's as high as your left hip. Maybe straighten your left leg out in front of you. You have to pull on the outside of your left foot with your right hand. You have to push with your left foot into your right hand. And you have to use that to help you resist the hip lift, draw your left hip down, and twist to the left. So hips to the right, it's almost what it is, twist to the left. Yeah. Lunge, it's time, right? Bend your left knee, step it back. Lunge. Slow flow, man. Step it back, plank. Let's make it a little faster flow. Bend your elbows, chaturanga, exhale. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. Push with your hands, lift through your hips. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. We're going into triangles. So step your left leg forward, turn your right heel in and down. Line up the left heel so it's cutting through the middle of your right foot, and lift your torso, straighten both legs, stretch your arms out to the side, turn your palms out to the sides, look out to your side. Straighten both legs, straighten both arms. Shift forward, Trikonasana, triangle. Now, we did a lot of talking about where your hand was going to go on the bottom here on the first side. So now you probably have a better idea. Choose. Push with your left arm over to the right, into your left leg. So push from the back to the front of your left leg with your left arm and use that. Resist. Turn your torso up more by creating that resistance in your arm and your leg. Side angle. Bend into your left knee. Keep looking up. Bring your left forearm onto your thigh. Now you know where you're going. Turn your right palm forward. Stretch your right arm forward. Resist. Push with your left arm into your left leg. So try and push your left leg over to the left, but resist with your left arm. Push it back into, or with your left leg. Push it back into your left arm. Twist. Use that left arm, left leg combo to be able to turn your torso more. Look up. Maybe even feel like you're doing a bit of a side bend. Straighten your right arm, Stephen. And come to a lunge. Bring your hands to the ground, lift your right heel. Crescent lunge, lift your torso, stretch your arms up. Remember, now we've got to step our right leg forward. Step it forward and lift your right knee. So, bend your right knee. Imagine where you're going. And then step forward, lift your right knee. Nicely done. Straighten your right leg. Utthita Ekkapadasana. Straighten it as best as you can. Lift it as parallel to the ground as you can. You can bring your hands to your hips. And then we're going into that twist. So bend your right knee. Stretch your right arm back. And then reach for the outside of your right foot with your left hand. Parivrtta Hasta Padangustasana. Lift your right heel as high as your right hip. And if you get there, you can play with straightening your right leg out in front of you. Play with. Pull with your right hand, push with your right foot, pull with your left hand. Brain working overtime. Draw your right hip down and shift your hips over to the left just a little as you twist and work to look over your right shoulder. Oh yeah. And then lunge. We're all human, right? Lunge. Good, I hope so. I hope so. Step back to plank pose. And lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Although you may have your pets with you, they love to come to YouTube yoga. Curl up, cobra or up dog, and down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your knees down to the ground. Sit up. Come onto your back. Straighten your legs out. Cool. Stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. And then extend your wrists. So turn your palms up towards the ceiling. It's like you're doing plank pose, but you're on your back. So it's maybe a little easier than plank pose. Bend your elbows a little. Lift your head and look at your feet. And then bring your right knee to touch outside your left arm. Pull your right knee up and in. Twist it over to the left. Twist your upper body to the right and touch your right knee outside your left arm as best as you can. And then push your arm and leg into each other. Resist that and twist more to the right. And then come back to center. Stretch your right leg out, head to the ground, shoulders to the ground. Stretch your arms up. Bend your elbows a little, extend your wrists, palms towards the ceiling. Lift your head, look at your feet. Bring your left knee to touch outside your right arm. Pull your left knee up and in. Twist to the left a little. Touch your left knee onto the outside of your right upper arm as best as you can. If you can get there, awesome. To get there, you can lift your head and shoulders more. You can twist to the left a little more. You can reach with your right arm a little bit. And then push your arm and leg into each other. Twist more. Come back to center. Stretch it out onto your back. Arms down. Reach up. Same thing, first side. Palms up. Bend your elbows a little. Lift your head and shoulders. Right knee outside your left arm. Twist. Come back and reach up. Bend your elbows. Palms up. Lift your head. Left knee, right arm. Twist. Resist and twist. Come back to center. Keep your arms up. Right knee, left arm. Twist and resist. Come back to center. Pull your right knee up. Bring it in. Left knee up. So touch. Twist. Come back to center. Right side. Twist to the right. Come back to center. Left side. Twist to the left. Come back to center. And relax. Bring your knees into your chest. That was your relax time. Rock and roll. And stand up. Stretch your arms up overhead. Fold forward. Uttanasana. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Set your down dog. Exhale. Shift forward like plank pose. Inhale. Lift your right foot off the ground. Exhale. Bring your right knee outside your left arm. Inhale. Oh, just like that. Yep. Look forward. Bend your elbows a little. Exhale. Step it back. Down dog. Inhale. Shift forward like to plank pose. And exhale, lift your left toes off the ground. Inhale, bring your left knee outside your right arm, shift forward, and then back to down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg, bringing your knee outside your left arm. Shift forward, bend your elbows a little, touch your right knee outside your left arm. So you can't really do the twist as much here because you're stuck to the ground, but you can get a lot of the resistance, left arm pushing into right leg, and use that to actually center yourself over your wrists. Look forward. Back to down dog. Lift your left leg. Shift it forward. Twist. Twist your left knee across your body. Bend your elbows a little so you can get a little shelf, maybe to touch your left knee onto. Push down, left knee into right arm resists, and use that to center yourself over your wrists and look forward. A lot of core work there.
Down dog. Lift your right leg up. Do it fairly quickly now. Shift forward. Right knee to left arm. Bend your elbows a little. And back to down dog. Lift your right leg. Same side. Right knee to left arm. Back and up. Three-legged dog. Shift forward. One more. Right knee outside left arm. Back and up. And downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Shift forward. Knee outside your right arm. Bend your elbows a little. Inhale. Lift it up and back. Exhale, shift forward, knee outside arm, bend your elbows a little. Inhale, lift it up and back. One more, exhale. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Separate your feet wider than your hips, so wide leg Uttanasana. Bend your knees, and then reach your right arm between your legs, back behind you. Bring your right arm over till your right shoulder touches onto the inside of your right leg, and then turn your right thumb up towards the ceiling. Bend your elbow. See if you can touch your right leg or your right butt, or maybe even your right kidney area with the back of your right hand. See where you get to. And then push down through your feet. Take your left arm up and overhead. See if you can hold your hand or hold your left wrist with your right hand. So take your arm and up over. Find your hand, find your wrist and hold. And then push your legs back and straighten your legs as best as you can. And twist to the left a little. Lift your chin out of your chest. Shift your hips to the right. And release the bind, release your hands. Bend your knees, stretch your left arm between your legs. This is a bound, Baddha Uttanasana. Turn your left thumb up, bend your elbow. Touch your butt, your back somewhere. Reach your right arm up and over. Hold your hand or wrist if possible. And then pull up on your leg, on your arms. Push your legs back and straight. And then push your left shoulder into your left leg. Lift your chin out of your chest, lift your right shoulder, and look to the right. Just adding a twist so that we can feel a little bit of that resistance work. See how we can use that to help create more engagement in our body. Just like in child's pose at the very beginning where we just pushed down and all of a sudden there was so much more happening in our hands and our arms. All right, untwist. Come to Uttanasana. Bend your knees, place your hands on your waist, and stand up. Stand at the top of your mat. All right, let's go back to that triangle sequence. Tadasana. Stretch your arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Step your left leg back. Triangle. Turn your heel in and down. Stay low or come up and then come down again. However you want to come into your triangle. Bring your right hand onto the ground if that's comfortable and easeful, or hold your right leg on the outside of your leg. And then push your right arm into your right leg, twist up. Push your right leg into your right arm, resist with your right arm, and use that to lift your left shoulder, lift your left ribs, look up. Side angle, bend into your right knee. You can keep your hand on the ground if it's there, or bring your forearm onto your thigh. Stretch your left arm over your ear. Push your right arm into your right leg, resist with your right leg, and use that twist, side angle. Crescent lunge, lift your left heel, lift your torso, and come up. Crescent lunge. Bring your left hand to the ground, inside your right foot, and twist to the right. Revolved lunge. Bring your left knee down to the ground, lift your left foot, grab your left foot. Twisted monkey, twist to the right, roll your shoulders back. Push your foot into your hand, pull with your right hand. Create that little resistance there, and then use it. Twist. Untwist, come back to center, step back to plank pose, and lower all the way down. So we're changing up the sequence, but it starts the same and gets us to somewhere new. Bend your knees, reach back, grab the tops of your feet. Dhanurasana, push down through your pelvis, lift your shoulders, inhale, lift. Come up, lift your feet, kick your feet back to lift your chest a little more. So we can use that resist in other ways, right? We use it in balanced poses like this. Push back, resist, pull with your hands, lift your chest a little more. Come down, and downward facing dog. Push it up, lift it back. All right, here we go. Step your right leg forward, turn your left heel in and down. So like side angle, but bring your right arm inside your right leg. Push your right arm into your right leg and use that to twist to the left. Take your left arm, reach it up, and then reach it back. Turn your left thumb towards the front and then towards the back wall. So turn it up forward and then down towards your side, all the way to the back wall. Reach your, if there's a wall behind you, there is for me. Reach your left arm back behind you. Yeah, we're going for the bind. Look down at the ground. Now look back behind you, bend your right elbow, lower your torso, take your right arm back, turn your right thumb up towards the ceiling, bend your elbow, grab your wrist. Pull your right hip down. Push your right shoulder back into your right leg and twist and look up. So really push your right shoulder back, resist with your right leg, use that to lift your left shoulder and twist more. Resist to twist. Untwist, lift your left heel. Step back to plank pose and lower. Chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Down dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Other side. Step your left leg forward. Turn your right heel in and down. Triangle. You can stay low just like on that last side, or come up and come down, a more traditional entry into triangle. Either touch your left hand to the ground, if you can do that like straight and without having to distort your shape, or hold outside your left leg. Hold the back side of your leg so that you can push your left hand over to the right, resist with your left leg, and twist to the right more. Triangle, Trikonasana. Use that arm-leg combo to create that resistance so you can open your chest to the right more, twist it. Side angle, bend into your left knee, stay low, keep touching the ground if you are. Stretch your right arm forward. If your hand's not on the ground, bring your forearm onto your thigh. Push your left arm into your left leg, resist with your left leg, and use that. Twist. If you've got your forearm to your thigh, you'll probably really notice that. If you're down with your left hand on the ground, you get a little less twist of the torso. That's all. Side angle. Crescent lunge. Lift your right heel, lift your torso, reach up. Crescent lunge. Revolve lunge. Bring your right hand down to the ground, stretch your left arm up. Twist to the left. Push through your right hand, push through your left foot, and then twist open. Awesome. Come back to center. Bring your right knee down to the ground. Lift your right foot. Reach your left arm up and over. I don't know why we came back to center there, but we did. Hold your right foot with your left hand and pull with your left hand. Kick with your right foot and use that. Twist. Create that resistance between your hand and your foot so that you can twist it open. Come back to center and step it back to plank pose. Lower all the way down. Dhanurasana. Bend your knees. Reach back, grab your feet. Push your hips down, lift your shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Engage your legs. Push back into your hands. Pull up with your hands. Lift your chest. Come down. Cobra. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Remember where we're going? Inhale, step your left leg forward. Bound side angle. Turn your right heel in and down. Bring your left hand inside your left leg. Take your right hand up and over your back. Reach your right hand towards your left hip. Look down at the ground. Look back behind you. Shift your hips back a little. Bend into your left elbow. Take your left arm underneath you. Turn your left thumb up, up, up. Bend your elbow. Hold your left wrist or clasp your hands if possible. Pull your left hip down and over to the right. Lean your left shoulder back onto your left leg and resist with your left leg so you can twist. Pull your left hip down, back towards your right foot. Push your left shoulder and your left leg. Resist with your left leg. Bound side angle. Lunge. Untwist, lift your right heel, and step it back to plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. One more. Up dog or cobra. Last one. Downward facing dog. Shift forward onto your belly. Bring your knees to the ground. Untuck your toes. Lower all the way down to your belly. And then gently lift your chest. Bring your left forearm in front of you. Bend your right leg. Reach back. Grab your right foot. Pull your heel towards your butt. Push your butt down. Look forward. Smile. Stretch back through your right knee. To deepen the quad stretch, we create a little resistance here. Push your right foot into your right hand, pull with your right hand. And then you get more thigh stretch. Right? We use the resistance to help us go deeper. It's not just in twists. Release that. Change sides. Bring your right forearm to the ground, bend your left leg, reach back with your left hand and reach for your left foot. Pull your left heel towards your butt, push your butt down. And then notice how we use that resistance here. Pull it with your left hand, kick back with your left foot. And then notice your quads like, oh yeah, I'm working more now. Just helps us engage, helps us create a little more space, helps us grow into that space. Become more, do more. Release your foot. Roll over onto your back. Bend your knees, place your feet on the ground. Feet about hip distance apart, about 1 hand distance away from your hips. Bend your elbows. Push your shoulders into the ground, lift your hips up off the ground. Bridge pose. Underneath your lower back, interlace your fingers. Setu Bandha, Sarvangasana. Walk your shoulders in, straighten your wrists, push your feet down, lift your hips. Setu Bandha, Sarvangasana. Bridge pose. Untwist. Without moving your feet, pull back with them. Without actually moving them, pull back. Just create a little resistance. And then stretch your tailbone towards your knees, lift your hips higher. Breathe. Release your hands, lower your hips. Cobbler's pose or butterfly. Take the soles of your feet together, knees wide, Baddha Konasana. Take one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. If that's comfortable, if it's not comfortable for you, you can do whatever is with your hands and arms. Keep your feet pushing together gently. And then relaxing your legs apart from that connection. If it's relaxing to close your eyes, close your eyes. Steady your breath. We meet resistance all the time in our lives. Part of our yoga practice is to help us see that resistance isn't necessarily a bad thing. That we can connect to that resistance and we can find new opportunities. We can twist. We can backbend our way around it. We can find new space, new growth. We can use the resistance to help us do more. Take your hands and touch your inner thighs, just to create a little weight, to create a little resistance. And then lift your knees up. Keep your right leg bent, right foot on the ground, straighten your left leg out. Unless your plants are in the way. There, I can adjust. I can feel the resistance and create more space. Right leg bent, pull your right knee in towards your chest. Then with your left hand, hold outside your right knee. Look to the right, slide your right hand over to the right and twist. This is Supta Parivrtta Hasta Padangusthasana. Technically, I guess you should hold your big toe and straighten your leg to do the full thing, but that's not a calming twist for most of us. Hold your knee instead. Draw your right hip down towards your left foot. So move your right hip towards your left foot. Get longer in your right side. Push your right leg up into your left hand slightly. Pull down with your left hand slightly. Create a little resistance so you can get a little more opening in your right side. And then untwist it. Straighten your right leg, bend your left knee. With your right hand, hold outside your left knee. Look to the left, slide your left hand over to the left, and twist to the right. I like to rest my left foot down on my right thigh here, but some of you might want it on the ground or in the air. Create a little resistance here between your right hand and your left knee. So push your left knee up, push your right hand down, and use that to help you twist to the left more. Move your left hip towards your right foot and create more length for your whole left side. More space for your lower back. Doesn't have to be extreme, like all your effort twisting. We're in our cool down phase, so make a nice opening twist where you can keep your face relaxed. Create more space. And then come back to center. Bring your left foot to the ground, bend your right knee, bring your right foot to the ground. Separate your feet as wide as your mat. Bring your arms into cactus pose. Windshield wiper your legs from side to side. This is called Karanyasana. Karanya was one of the Hindu wise people, one of the sages. He was possibly had polio. He had bent legs, like what our shape is while we do this pose, named after him. Take your legs from side to side. If you like, you can look over the opposite shoulder. It just gives you a little bit more space by creating that opposite action. Go at a pace you like here. It doesn't have to be in my rhythm. It should be in yours. Slow down your movements, even though I just said it could be in your pace. Now we're going to come back to being still. Take your time, come back to being still. Bring your knees in towards your face. Wrap your arms around your legs. Lift your head and your shoulders. Bring your forehead to your knees, knees towards your forehead. Make yourself super tiny. And then stretch out. Shavasana. Get what you need so that you can be settled. We only have a couple minutes here. So as soon as you can, relax. Close your eyes if that's relaxing. Release any focus on your breath. Whether it's the version of you that is the tiny, tiny, balled up version you just were, or whether it's this seemingly bigger, more expansive, more open version of you, whether it's somewhere in between those two. They're all versions of you, and it all comes from you. Our practice helps us see that we are many different things, all within this one thing. And our possibilities are, maybe not endless, but vast. What will you do? What can you do? Start to deepen your breath. Move a little as you like. Hands and feet, toes, fingers, wrists, ankles, elbows, knees, whatever. Deepen your breath. Move. Stretch if you like. And bend your knees, turn to one side. And make your way back to seated. And please sit cross-legged with your eyes soft or closed. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Just take a moment before our lives come back to us. And enjoy this space that you've created. Thanks for working with me to create this resistance and to see how it can help you to be more. To find new places where you can go that if you hadn't met the resistance, you probably couldn't have gone to. Thanks for practicing. Namaste. Thank you. Thanks, homies. Thanks for twisting with me. I felt that so much in my body, and I hope that you did too. I hope it's helping you feel a little more open, like there are more possibilities for you. If you're looking for more possibilities for your yoga practice, check out that class there. You can click on it, add it to your watch later list, and then watch it and do it later. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please click my picture right over there to subscribe. Thanks, homies. See you soon.